Merry Christmas guys, Mark here, Celtic Crossbows. We're going to be looking today at the AR-15 survival stock system by Dennis over on 3D Cults. We've been looking at his STL files, etc, and the links I'll put down below. But most of you are familiar with the OP360 Alligator stock. Even when in its shortest folded in system, is way too small for any common sense. And to adjust it, you got to take your bolts in and out of the back every time, because it's sufficient friction to stop it from moving otherwise. So we're going straight in, no messing around. The stock from Dennis is a lovely 3D design. You have to assemble it yourself. It's a 3D print, it's not off the shelf. The catch for the stock is it works great, the pivots etc, and you can just fold it down and use it under your crook of your arm to give you extra leverage for when you're staying on target and folding the stock. We'll see this now when we go into it. The ability of the stock gives you onboard storage as well. Looking straight through now, as we can see. And the beauty of this is, when you fit it onto your Alligator, the stock will only ever come about this far, which means you got this much storage in the back. This is the long stock version. There's a short stock version which looks virtually identical to the original AR stock. But with the stretch long stock version, it means that once it's locked in place and you can adjust it anytime you want, thanks to the standard AR style stock movement system. You can either just lock it off in one position and never move it again, so it gives you all the space to store your spare bowstrings, stringer, limb tips, string, wax, everything you need to maintain your crossbow can be stored in the stock. You can store milk, sugar, whitener, coffee, tea as well, so you can always have a drink ready on hand. The next thing I wanted to look at was the actual pivot. It's a great concept. Why has it been done before? There's still a lot of dead space under here, and I would like to see this better utilised. Now we're going to look at the printing and the construction of the stock. Make sure the grain of the print on the butt hook goes lengthways. If you print it vertically instead of horizontally, the strain on the system will cause the hook to snap. So when the layers of the polymer are being built up, it has to travel horizontally. The same again for the stock. A standard AR stock has linear force exerted upon it from recoil. This isn't used for linear recoil, this is used for an arc of force of leverage to give you pivot. Now when the stock is inside, the extension from your OP360 Alligator, when it's inside, it gives you reinforcement here. So all the effort is on the back end, because this is reinforced by the grain, the liner, the skeleton of your OP360 stock. So this is why this extra strength is needed down here in the print. When you finish your print, you'll discover inside here is your plunger detent, which has to be fitted to lock into the Picatinny rail system on your OP360. You will find some debris in it. I had trouble getting it out, so I had to drill up through from the bottom, drill out the top to give me some clearance as I could get in here with a screwdriver to break off the 3D print to fit the lock-in detent inside as your access. The result of this was, because of the lines of grain of print was printed vertically, it's cracked across here. This is no problem, because I can just put arrowdite on the inside and seal it, and for my own use I'm happy with that, that's fine. Okay, now fitting the stock is simplicity itself. Once you've taken your two nuts and bolts out, you just whip off your old stock system, line up the new one, press your button, and on it goes. It's fantastic. Now what I like with this system is, the OP360 stock never fitted me even when it was fully extended to the limit. So even when she's right in, it is still longer for me than the OP360 stock by a good 2.5 inches, 3 inches. It was fully extended, so even when it's all the way in, it still gives me a better feel than the OP360 stock. You still got, I see the stock stops there, so you still got inside a roughly 4.5, 5 inches of storage space inside. Brought out, so as about there. It now makes it feel more like a full-size crossbow. Instead of being hunched over it like this, you actually, as extremities, it feels much better. Now this is where I'll air caution with the 3D printing design. I experimented with it. I put it right on the end, there, and when I cocked it, that's when she cracked from the radius around here, which I won't make the same mistake again. I would always keep at least 40% of your stock extension inside, because even through there now, I'm still showing through the light, it's around about there, yeah, where the stock extends to, and I think that's a really good feel from there. Cost, okay, this first prototype cost me around about £40. Unfortunately, it's like I said, it was cracked around its radius, so I'm going to have to go in with another polymer and do another prototype and see if I'm happy with that. The next one I know is going to cost me about 50 quid, including postage, printing, UK import tax, etc. to get it done. Okay, in the meantime, however, I'll put the links below for Dennis's page over on 3D Cults. The crossbow design stock, you'll find it in an Alligator 2 AR-15 stock. It's a lovely design. Dennis has done a really nice job of it. It's just a question again of getting your printer settings right to get the stock printed right. Or I've asked Dennis, can we work out some sort of deal on printing, which I sure have no problem with. I'll do, once I'm happy with the quality of the print, etc., I'll put them over on eBay. eBay. I don't think so, I'm not changing it. eBay for sale. Okay guys, so thanks for watching. Click like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. It'll be on our Singer 2 Survival. We soon get to a point where we'll be doing a head-to-head between the two systems. Thanks and bye-bye.